A while ago, I saw a Kickstarter for a keyboard from Lofree, so I decided to back it about 45 years ago, but it finally arrived, so let's unbox it and test it out. It comes packed in a pretty nice box and wrapped in some paper. I got the 100 key layout because of job stuff, and I think that overall it looks nice and feels very nice. The white with aluminum is definitely a we want to be Apple vibe, but the black one that they were advertising came with tactile switches by default, so I decided to stick with the white linear switch option. It comes with standard accessories such as extra keycaps to switch from Mac to a Windows format, and a USB dongle, as well as a pretty nice cord. The USB dongle does have the name of the company on it, which is nice, as not all keyboards have that on their USB dongles, so spare a thought if you ever mix them up. The board doesn't have RGB lighting, but it does have this white backlight, which looks nice and clean, even if you've seen it a few hundred times before. But at least it isn't as distracting as some of the disco lights on a few of my other keyboards. Don't judge me. This is the full view of the board. You'll notice that next to the number pad it has this metal bump on the side that houses the battery, and the internet seemed really upset about this, but I think it's fine. It doesn't seem all that disproportionate, but maybe because I have the full layout so it's less noticeable. I just don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest. There's also this volume slider on the side, which I really liked. The internet also seemed to not love it because it's close to the cord port. However, I didn't have any issues operating the slider when it was plugged in. That's also because you can use the slider on any part of it, so you don't have to start at the very tippy top. So whenever it was plugged in, I just adjusted where I was putting my finger on the slider. The tri-mode switch is under this little foot on the back, which I think keeps it looking very clean. The board comes with Kale Surfer switches by default, but of course the board is hot swappable. However, I will caveat that because with low profile boards, it's always a huge headache finding the precise switches that work because they're not as universal as you see with full-size switches. I did pick up a few additional packs of switches, which were discounted as an incentive for backing the Kickstarter to play around with, and because I do have another Lofree board that these will work with. Overall, on first impressions, I think it's a nice board that's very comfortable to type on, so I look forward to testing it out at work, but let me know what you think in the comments below. But obviously, let's get to the best part, which is the sound tests.